Michael, are you working there?
Go ahead, I got plan B going.
Okay. Make sure you guys turn on your speakers, please. Give me a green light there. Thank you. John, turn on your speaker, please. Okay. Call the meeting to order. Please stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, can I get an approval of agenda?
I move we approve the agenda for today.
I'll second it.
All right. John?
Aye.
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 Okay, minutes of last meeting.
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes from 11/3/2020.
Second. Is that a second?
Second.
Okay, all right, okay. Gardner?
Abstain.
Okay, very good.
Aye.
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 Aye. I want to compliment you, Alicia, in your new job. You've really figured out how to do the minutes quite well. You know what needs to go in and what can be left out. I like the job you're doing, so keep it up. Okay, all right. Okay. No unfinished business. New business. We have, let's see, vacation of public right-of-way, 20001, Etna Street and Phoenix Street. Marshall, you want to give us the staff report on this first, and then we'll hear from Matt, okay?
Okay. Basically, they've met our requirements. We did notifications. We did receive a comment from the city of Canyon City that the removal of right-of-way will limit options for future subdivision of the property. But the department's line of thinking in that is that, if they decide to develop later, they're going to have to provide access, a different roadway, or reopen this one if it makes sense, but they would have to go through a platting procedure to do it. So I don't see that, being a situation where you couldn't approve it because of limited access. That's not an issue in this.
Okay.
And then, we recommend approval of the request with the contingency of the submittal and approval of a lot line adjustment, which is a administrative procedure through the department. And that's because when you vacate it, you end up with statutorily 2 strips of property divided down the middle, and that has to be absorbed, otherwise you're creating 2 non-compliant parcels. So they'll have to do a lot line adjustment to absorb the right-of-way into the adjoining properties.
Okay. All right.
And that's merely a new survey that does that?
It's a survey and a plat that shows where the adjustments were made.
Okay. All right. Anything else from the staff?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Matt, come on up. Turn it on, please. There you go.
Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Matt Koch with Cornerstone Land Surveying. We are requesting vacation of Etna and Phoenix Streets. I know you guys have heard of those. They're real popular streets around here. This is part of the old Park Center subdivision. There's been a lot of streets out there that have been platted that they didn't consider the topography when they actually put them in. If you drive out through Red Canyon Road, you'll understand why it is where it is, that they didn't follow the actual lines. In this case, the property owners are the same on both sides for the majority of the property. There are 2 separate on the north side, and they all have all agreed to this, this vacation. The streets are not improved. There's never been a trail or anything down any of these. There's no visible sign of them out there in the field anywhere. Aetna is right there where the Red Canyon and Fields come together, just to the south of that. So it actually makes sense to get rid of it because it creates that little Y there anyways. Other than that, if you have any questions.
Commissioners? I'm curious, maybe this is more for Marshall than for you. From the city's comments about it would restrict future subdivisions, options there, and I know with the county, it would have to be, the zoning would have to be changed because it's not conforming. But my question, I guess, is, since this is part of the urban growth area, if this were annexed into the city, then would that change their options? I'm not sure what the zoning would be and the density for that area. Would that have any effect on it then?
I don't see where it would, Byron.
Okay.
I mean, any future development there, they're gonna have to provide, proof of access, proof of water, proof of sanitation.
Yeah, okay.
And, the lots will have to be created conforming to whatever zone district. They may, to re-subdivide, they may want to zone change, but then again, they might not. They may want to go with a less density.
Okay,
But regardless, they would have to provide access, or we couldn't approve it.
okay.
And it would be the same for the city. They would
Okay,
have
it
to
would be the
require-
same for the city, then the same issues.
Right.
Okay, all right.
And just a note, oh, sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, just a little bit of background here. Some of you sat on the Board of Zoning Adjustment, and this may look familiar to you because the McCombs went through a Board of Zoning Adjustment procedure, what, about a year and a half ago or something like that? 2 years ago now? And at the time that they were going through that, we realized that their house sits within 5 feet of the right-of-way line on the north side of Phoenix. And actually, I suggested to them that they may want to consider vacating that roadway just in case someone got a wild hair down the road and wanted to open it.
Okay, all right.
So
So this is
just a
all your
little-
fault then, so.
Yeah, well, but, I think it's to their benefit to
Okay.
protect their property values.
Yeah, okay, I don't really see a problem out there after driving around looking at it, I can't imagine, but okay, I just wanted to think about the future there. Okay,
And the properties to the south are all accessed off of Hereford anyways, so that road right there really doesn't do any justice for those
Okay.
lots to the south anyways, so.
all right.
So I had one question. There was one property owner on the north side of Phoenix that left property that didn't seem to be owned by the McCombs. Do you have any, did you get any, talk to that property owner?
Which property owner is that?
On the north side of what would have been Phoenix?
With the Broughtons? Was that the
Yeah.
Broughtons?
Yeah. That seemed like the only property owner here. I mean, they have just very limited, they do have a small driveway access off of Red Canyon Road, but that would be the only property that would concern me.
We did not receive any written comment.
And they did submit a letter saying they were in agreement with this.
Say that again?
They did submit a letter as part of our application that said they did agree with this and wanted to be a part of it, so.
Perfect.
Okay, all right.
I have just one question. Are there, in your research, Matt, were there any underlying patent easements or anything in these right-of-ways?
Not that I came across.
Okay.
Doesn't mean there aren't any, but none that I came across in there. There's no utilities out there, and I think that lends itself to a positive as well. There's sewer, there's no sewer out there. Water lines, there might be on Park Center there, but they don't go down any of the empty roadways or anything like that, so.
Other questions? Comments? Looks pretty simple. I guess I'm open to a motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve VPR 20-001. There aren't even any contingencies, are there?
The lot line.
Contingency of a lot line
Lot line
adjustment.
adjustment, okay.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any further discussion? John?
Aye.
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 Okay,
Thank you.
good luck. I assume you folks are all here for this issue? Okay, very good. Well, you taking your first step here. Enjoy. Okay, all right. You have any other business here, gentlemen? Yes, no? Brenda, you got anything for us? Really? Okay.
In more ways than one.
No Christmas cookies? Geez, it's almost Christmas already. Man.
Okay, we are adjourned. Marshall, do you know what's coming up next month for us?